masuma TV. Says ya what walk round we mu because Japa ono de an why say what na Japa we to asha wo so na de he jeopardize you. Na eya kwa esa Japa sesia no onya te hwa na benitrim an yankoje warrant de no de yembonra ha. Na ebusa enye chama wuntu bi nkwa na nde why hye e wo Ghana ha because eye NPP ukopiem wa Adenta omo former parliamentary aspirant eye Adenta Kumi ebusuan no so trending adanya national security for akofado omo se waye den na eye Adenta Kumi ne maame pe de nsem bi abetudwa saso na NPP omo ankaso matro krata defe ebusuan omo twitwom matumebo na nsam no me breaking it down ama masrawa so we be share video we no be try wadwen ama your comment section or subscribe here. Master was also subscribe to Trends GH on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. Bibia Air Trends GH. Now, and someone young bone room. Alfred Ababio Kumi, aka Adenta Kumi. It was an NPP, I former parliamentary aspirant, ewo Adenta constituency. Or sounds to NPP activist. Na ebano, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, suspension na Odiama, Chief Justice, Toko Nuhu, and Samana. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama or te committee eno de omoshe na ye Chief Justice ne petitions and some nebusia omumbon room petitioner no omo lawyer baako ene Fíres sorry na Adenta Kumi nebusia otro krata de koma His Excellency John Dramani Mahama say that committee na wate no on Chief Justice and some no that committee no opese ai o dissolve adanya committee na omu probi Chief Justice and Sensamono. 3 judges, including the chairman, no. Any omo petition President John Dramani Mahama no. Omo lawyer baako meet this committee omo te Chief Justice toko no ni case no so no. Acha say restaurant omo committee wono ebusia. Ai ono de owo evidence owo videos na de ekra say omo kwadwendwi nsem bi hu ni nyina no. It borders on Chief Justice toko no suspension and sensama. Internet 2030 na say according to Adenta Kumi, Fíres sorry, any judges are omote committee no so no, omokoye planning and plotting. Now, in some way, Fíres sorry, petitioner no ba lawyer no ono ba bontin bechire mu say that allegation na Adenta Kumi oka no anya no kre say ono one judges no akwatena restaurant ho one on one e ma chese o madi nkomo bi about Chief Justice Tokonu ho ensensam no. Now, anche ena Adenta Kumi ebusuan oko Asempa FM oko granting interviewer on this same case ebusuan odwedwe mu into details. You allege say there was a restaurant in Accra.
Yes, a restaurant in Accra.
And ukoko hu 3 justices of the Supreme
Court. Yeah.
2 of which are members of the committee.
Of the committee which
a probi Chief Justice.
Yes, and said by the President under Article 146. Good.
It is our 2 Supreme Court justices, no? Justice Scott Puaman.
Yes.
Justice Asiedu.
Yes.
And the other justice of the Supreme Court now we can say a for injunction application.
Yes. He was instrumental.
Or come on assembly to go.
Yes.
Now on also has 2 justices now.
Yes.
And that justice near where?
Justice Yoni
Kolendi.
Yes.
Good. And the justices means.
Yes.
And why would you any who have a restaurant?
Yeah, we are all the evidence is there. The record is there.
Record is there, meaning say, video or picture.
We have all the records. You see, I don't want to go into the exigencies of the matter. We want the president. We are giving the president all the time to consider the petition. So we don't want to preempt anything at this point.
But as far as you are concerned, no evidence be over here to prove your case. No,
it's readily available with the witnesses also.
Witnesses are no in our restaurant.
Witnesses, witnesses, but 1 or 2 they are ready.
Are ready to testify?
Yes, they are ready to testify.
And you saw these justices, but did you see the lawyer for one of the petitioners against the Chief Justice?
That is when that person came to join.
And also about joining,
even though he was already in the location. And to Obi Jinabe because this is a monstrous lie, and I say probably made a mature so if you are referring to me, it's me. But the question is,
yes,
were you there at the period? That's the first question. If you are there at the period, the so and so. That's if I just to answer the first question before we know. Were you there at that period between that 7:30 to 8:30? Were you there?
Were you in the restaurant?
Were you in the restaurant?
Eba onono abba bekase. It is a monstrous lie. No such meeting took place. That's specific. It is very easy to fact check that. We know those who get justice through negotiation. In the first part of Niwe na or say a intro meeting biasa ankoso.
Na eno na social media aye huhu say oh and the way one share national security for NPP Adenta Kumi because or say or evidence ebi so o debi abrante no nsam na woka no odigu judges ni hu fi anase o create scene bi a ebe say committee no omote asam no so no na chese omo ankasa no omunim ni omo ye plan and plot no omo de ahye so ho enu ti ebe ya national security for nkopeke Adenta Kumi na eno na Adenta Kumi abusua oko X a enka no Twitter okotro insem bi ho now mamenka insem otro o say we kra ye insem odi tu dwa endra 4:21 p.m. now ebusua o say I said it that if I have to run for my life someone will release the video. There are more videos. Please, any state agency that does not allow the president at JD Mahama to respond to the petition but rather want to pick me up will cause more harm to our state than picking me. I petition the president, not BNI or national security. Leave me the hell alone. Now, in some way, Adenta Kumi abusua odi betu dwa no. Eno na NDC, head of legal affairs, lawyer Edugita Maklo. O say that video nsensam na Adenta Kumi o say owo video bi. Ebusua enye sa na sam nete. No Edugita Maklo krampo no. We who saw video now, in fact, Edugita Maklo Nebusia only key this particular video. Na eno na news abeto gese national security ahomachi we na no de omubowura Adenta Kumi ebuso ni fie a kira se omaye na pasa omachi no.
Let's go. I don't want to hang up.
Please, why are you sending him?
Yeah. Bring him a sandal. No, come.
No, why are you sending him? Pacho, what the name for him? No, Musa, what the name for him? What the name for him? Please, why are you sending him? Why are you sending him?
She has to record so that they know.
Why are you sending him?
I don't know what. You told me a CID.
Let's go.
I said,
let's go.
Let me record the message. Record it. Record it. Because
I'm not
record it. I want to know where I'm going. You told me that you are
Let's go.
If you want to follow, you can follow. I can drive. Maybe my main driving.
Why? You're professionals. We are not here to harm anybody. You are equally on camera, okay? We don't want any issues, okay? We are taking to the DNA contest, okay?
Na national security for omache Adenta Kumi nebusia omabɔ ne charge ben no modi abo Adenta Kumi ne lawyer wakasa.
He's been charged few minutes ago, so they cautioned him and then they charged him. So as far as the processes is concerned, we are almost through with the processes, because once there is an interrogation and you are cautioned first and then they press charges against you, then you're almost through. Technically, I'm sure the next should either be in court or we've put in a bail application. So let's see how it goes.
What do they say his offences are?
False publication. False publication in relation to an interview he granted on a traditional media, and then something he posted on his X account, and then a petition he wrote to the president. These three.
The petition to the president is false? Is that what you're saying?
False publication in respect of these three I have mentioned. So obviously once you grant interview in relation to a petition, the petition will also have to be added to it.
It's a weekend. We usually know that if you're arrested around this time, you're likely to spend the weekend behind bars. Do you anticipate your client suffering the same fate?
I'll never wish that for him. It's a Friday, and if you heard the family in the media earlier on, in the morning, the wife is an expectant mother, and you need your husband around. He's a family man, and quite apart from that, it's a young man who obviously not run to anywhere. It's known. And he has men of substance to stand as sureties for him, and aside everything, lawyers know that once you are charged with an offense like false publication, it is not something of grave in nature to warrant you being kept here, except to say that they will tell us they are not done with their investigations. If you are not done with your investigations, we also need our client out there, that you can proceed with your investigations. That is that.
So you mentioned that they tell you they're waiting for orders from the before they can continue.
So that was in respect or in relation to the fact that once he's been cautioned and he's been charged, the next is the superior there will determine the next line of action. So we are waiting for the superior here to say A or B. Then the lawyers will also know what to say or what not to say.
And you're hopeful that what the superior would say will not be taken to court, but released?
I cannot predict. Sometimes you may not know. If you want to preempt as a lawyer, you'll be making mistakes. So I would urge that we exercise restraint and wait a bit and see what's next. We are keeping the cards close to our chests. I wouldn't want to put them out there.
According to Adenta Kumi, a lawyer, national security for charge of Modiabo Adenta Kumi, and then say false publication on 3 issues. As a CRO, the lawyer Chima, or more prepare Adenta Kumi the bill application. Then the Omasha said national security for Omubeja Adenta Kumi Amomwa. Now, and on Adenta Kumi Busana Mami wa granting interview which say time when national security operatives, any police for any CID ankasa so ebuso mo ko fie ho no BBC ya opese Ghana fo nyina no we eba no Adenta Kumi Nigeria na onyam eho essence mama me no kansemi ho according to mama na ankasa so national security operatives no omo ye ni bibi yanko
na mama chi
ya na
patriot saying
mpacho me
Adenta Kumi owen
Adenta Kumi am saying you are much past about 5:30 ana ayi for boys me ni buy so me CI the phone na me CI the phone dem me timi no ma patan na bibi ni a o ma ka trem me da me gate na no na hu se ba ko awo me o si omra no mo buy afi police for police ni ba ko na me hu No maka no atare different one and no mukisa to me mako 8 enti me ombusa na me so munya abotem pese Adenta Kumi ne brother penny bansa omuti there be ebo wura me dem kwa me ni wo machi ku wura me dem eno so sa gate na no omu wo me pem gate na no enti dia kodu no ana Adenta Kumi e gate no enti se na na yire ase mo se onka yen so oba no cha atare aba na no so mu di etu st gate ni mama market da ho se see am na okofo
na
ebudo ba ko krata fo ane do eyi ni ba ko
otutu adanse wodi tu no to na pem ho
eni de me hu odi yam se etu ni to de da de sa etu no ayi me re feeding nkra
na timokwa mo hu se ye baby omodi etu ne pem ye no mark ne da hodo ma kire se etu to ba wan ti se etu kasa wo ho
me hu
what is it wato
etu anto omodi tu no to epem akwa ne to on fetu ni ya den emu gate no ana so mu gate nsa na yire ne nyem won content ntamaga ne craft ahia wo brigi
oba ni oba pemfo
opemfo
ade no
4 months
no jina gate na chi ana
so okobie na wontimi nie enti yes ana sit on tutuo no ana otwe oba ne dimrika no akopem from mama ne yefu na say
enti so oba na wen
mention se tie de ne ko hospital wa Adenta
na omo ba mo kire die enti obo be fa Adenta Kumi ana
o man kire che
ana omo identity so that they say be aka me
o ma ti so enko no mo si there bi yenko o mo ko paye ni akire yesu ni ba bi ko ansa na ba ko ka se BN9 na yese wadu wa atwe ba bi ko wo
wedding fee saying
me fee
ai
me Bruce say yes
okay oba penny na
me wo mo be 60 me cheka first August menye 60
na ensensem wona jese wo hwemu a endanko ano Richard Japa ono na pamfo national security omo de ebo ba ku ekum no ma mienu eye chema wuntumi ene afi Adenta Kumi wuntumi Kumi it's a rhyme bi oho eno na NPP akacho mu chem se ne ekoso no airtime His Excellency John Dramani Mahama reset na Ghana fo gina so to abama wo we ya reset akai na ka reset we ya na say nka no de shatabando kura betumi ebu oman say yanchechi nipa akai na NPP for letter omocho na ebusham memidwom into details for immediate release. State-sponsored persecution of NPP members must end immediately. The New Patriotic Party condemns in the strongest terms the growing pattern of politically motivated intimidation and harassment of its members by the NDC government through the misuse of state security institutions. These actions represent a direct assault on Ghana's democracy and the rule of law and must cease forthwith. Rambo-style arrest of Adenta Kumi at approximately 7 a.m. today, May 23, 2025. Mr. Alfred Abebio Kumi, a member of the NPP widely known as Adenta Kumi, was forcibly arrested at his residence by heavily armed men believed to be operatives of the National Intelligence Bureau, NIB. Startlingly, 6 of the officers wore masks and wielded AK-47 rifles in a brazen display of intimidation. This is clearly linked to Mr. Kumi's recent petition to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama requesting the immediate dissolution of the committee established to review petition for the removal of Chief Justice Gertrude Tokonu. Rather than addressing the concerns raised in the petition through due process, the response of the state has been to silence the whistleblower through intimidation and force. This is a clear affront to democratic accountability and an ominous attempt to obstruct justice. Now, second case Usumi Dukemwa almost say police sermons to Ashanti Regional Chairman, Chairman Wuntumi. In a related and equally disturbing development, armed men this morning stormed the residence of Mr. Bernard Nchibwe-Siakon, popularly known as Chairman Wuntumi, the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the NPP. This is in a relation to a 19th May 2025 CID invitation to Chairman Wontumi to assist in an investigation. Chairman Wontumi duly responded by assuring that he was not going to be available on the 21st as demanded by the CID because of medical reasons, and that he will be available on Monday, 26th May 2025. It is thus completely astonishing for armed men to storm his residence when these correspondence have gone on. This is nothing short of political harassment. A threat to our democracy. This development represents a calculated pattern of abuse of state power designed to weaken opposition voices and erode the democratic fabric of our nation. Such actions do not only violate the fundamental right of Ghanaian citizens, but also endanger the principles of transparency, justice, and equal protection under the law. The NPP calls on all Ghanaians and defenders of democracy to condemn these acts of political persecution being perpetrated by the NDC government. Signed, Justin Kodua Frempong, NPP General Secretary.
I think gradually government is showing intolerance, and they have to watch it, because if government allows extremists and hardliners to control the government, it doesn't help the cause of democracy. We're in this country, and we all know how the NDC executives, leaders in parliament, party folks, their posture. We all know the kind of posture, and attitude in opposition. I'm not sure that if what we're seeing today had happened to any of them, the NDC would have been quiet. Be that as it may, they have government now. Someone has petitioned the president. If you are not happy with it, do you get the NIB to storm his residence, an unarmed citizen of Ghana? Well, we've seen him. The NIB officials claim they are doing investigation, and they are not done. So we've just left him. Fortunately, his lawyer is there. Let us see how the government dances around this. Obviously, government is trying to show its powers, and clearly in this government, if you talk, you are silenced. They will send people after you, threaten you in the media. So we are all watching. If this is the kind of reset they promised us, let's see. So we'll leave it here.
So leader, he's been denied bail.
Oh, they say they are not done. I want to be fair. They say they are not done. So let's watch them step by step.
The council says he's formally been charged with false publication. What do you make of that?
They say they are not done. So let's patiently watch. But I'm saying that the government is condescending, and it is not good for democracy. That's all I want to say.
NPP almost statement when ebusuan omode abetu dwanu de omuchem say eye timemufo ene omo kan bi ewom a omo pese pepere yokoso wo Ghana no ebusuan omo condemn eye Rambo style arrest of eye Adenta Kumi ene afi nia ekoso e wo chema wontumi so akache no ebusuan omo condemn ne no de omo make sure say democracy the principles, the element of democracy in ebusuan oman Ghana ye be protected. But empempren yo omo kese pa de NDC government led by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, nia oye no ebusuan. Hey, democracy no na ototo na ase no. Inti NPP in some way na omode abetu dwa. Ebusuan kire wa dwema me. Wo comment section ho. Na share video we ma foforo so ensa enkebi. Macron.